Hi there. I wanted to do a special channeling for you today. I just felt like everyone's energy is in a space where you're almost like in between worlds, where you feel like, okay, I know I need to be patient. I'm being patient and I'm waiting. Yet there's this energy that almost like you feel like, oh, I could be pulled back, but I'm really not interested in going backwards. I'm interested in moving forward, but I need to be in this space right now, which is almost like this little buzzy, percolating kind of energy. And I've been feeling it too. And even like feeling a little angry, not a little, a lot. The anger is justified. It's just about many of us who are human, right? Many, like all of us, and just watching this, who are human that are feeling like we're not seen and not feeling like we aren't being seen. So let's just be really flat out honest about it. If you're not considered human by those in charge. So yeah, I'm talking about white men, and it's not all, but it is this, they don't even realize that they don't see us. And so it's almost like, why get angry at them? And it's kind of like, I'm done trying to fit into, get your approval. I don't need it. And so I love you, but I like, we obviously do not see what it means to be fully human. And so this idea of being fully human, it's about really being fully connected, mind, body, and spirit, and not being afraid of your intuition, not being afraid of communing with angels. That is not left for some certain prophet. It's not left for one person. It's not left for one guru. It's not left for anybody to have any power over you. It's your own power. It's your divine power. It's within. And so to be fully human is to be fully tapped into that completely. So one of the things that I wanted to do was really tap into the energies, to my guides, to find out like what's kind of going on. I know that that's kind of, that was a personal thing that's occurring for me, but I know it's occurring for a lot of people. So, okay, my eyes twitching. I have not been getting a lot of sleep lately. Um, all right. So let's do this. I'm going to just take a sip of my coffee. And if you want to join in, just put your hand on your heart and tap into your heart. And as I describe, because they just show me things, as I describe things, what comes up for you? Because there's going to be a message for you in this too. Okay. All right. So just envision, before I get started, I want you to envision this beautiful sphere, this geometric patterned sphere that is glowing around your heart. And it's like, it's gold. And it's just spinning around your heart chakra, around your higher heart and heart chakra, both together. And so there's this beautiful blue-green from the high heart and a beautiful green and pink, but it's just all of this gold and light, and it's just emanating and growing. So I just want you to just feel this energy. So at this time, I'd like to ask my guides and the four angels to step forward. Okay. And I'd like to know the current energy that we're in and what is going to occur for us in the next 3 months. Okay, so they're showing, okay, first off, they are putting their hands on their hearts to say that they're sending love to you whenever you need any assistance, healing, that they will send you these streams of light. It's pure white light that they send. Okay. All right. So they're showing like a landscape. Almost a little fuzzy, like it's not quite real. It's okay. Huh. The land of make-believe. You remember Mr. Rogers? Didn't we go to the land of make-believe? It's very interesting that that comes up. Okay, so it's like fuzzy, and they're saying the land of make-believe. And this is probably where, okay, this is where we are now. A lot of yogis and gurus have talked about this world being Maya, non-reality, whereas the true reality of us is in spirit. And yes, the bodies are real to us, but not in the sense of they're not immortal. So we are in the land of make-believe. Okay. Oh, there's this, it's almost like we're floating above it. It's like we're floating above it. And you can see that the sun is rising. So that's a good sign. There are a few farmers within, as we fly over this land of make-believe. It's very fuzzy, almost like a Monet painting. And we see like these black dots. They're actually, you can see the form of farmers with a cart, and they're bending over like they're harvesting or they're doing something, but they're in shadow. And it feels like the land is not really one to be, there's nothing to harvest. It's just like pasture, like golden colored wheat colored pasture. So there's no crops. And it feels dry. It feels dry, like the soil is dead. So it's like we're trying to get the last bits. So this could be literal, and it also can be metaphorical too. Okay, so the mountains that, they're not mountains, they're hills that are far away, they're very green. Very green, like my shirt green. Okay, so, okay, they're saying, okay, this is interesting. There's like a barrier, there's fencing, there's looks like a creek or a river, there's more fencing, there's like a little town, and then there's the green hills. And it's almost like we want to get over those to see the sunrise kind of thing. It's almost like that's the goal. And there's just all of these barriers. And they said very clearly, lift up, lift up. So it's almost like we're on the ground and we're looking straight ahead, and we see all of these barriers. And yes, we can climb over them. Yes, they're like, not very tall fences that come to your waist. You can climb over them. It's not a big deal. Yes, the creek is wide, but there's lots of rocks that you can use to cross over. So it's not like it's problematic, but it's just like there's a lot of barriers. There's a lot of layers to get through in order to get to the green. So they're just saying, lift up. Okay, and again, we're just kind of floating now above this land of make-believe. Lift up. The sky is clear. There's nothing. Oh, and it's very easy to see past the green hills now. It's almost like we lift our thoughts, we lift our consciousness, we lift our thoughts, and we're able to see the sun. And that's metaphorical. So they're just showing like the ocean, not super calm like glass, but not wavy or problematic at all. Um, and they keep showing Jesus, Master Jesus, kind of there. Um, that's all I see. It's like, it's almost like the sun is like right behind him. And so it's giving him this glow. Thank you. Okay. And it's funny, like Mary Magdalene came to him, his mother Mary and Joseph came to him. And it's like, you just see all of these people, all of the apostles, all the prophets, all of the people, like basically coming and surrounding and being around him, and even animals. It's almost like we're just like everything from the earth, human souls, the human soul, the earth soul, the earth, because there's animals that live here. Now it's like you see all of the plants. It's almost like just this beautiful paradise is like literally surrounding him. Um, and he's in the middle of it, but all these beautiful plants, this lusciousness, all of these animals, birds, people, children, every, like, of all the entire human race, earth race, earth race, the soul of the earth. Okay, I'm just being with this. I hope you're being with this. There's a message for you here within this. It's almost like I want to leave some space for you to receive that. It's almost like this make-believe world, this one with all of these hurdles, these problems, this Monet painting where you can't really see things clearly. The one that we're in, the world and earth that we're in, that is the world. This is the world of make-believe. And if we look to the sun, if we look to the horizon, and again, it doesn't, Jesus is what showed up here, but it can easily be Buddha. And like, as soon as I say that, all of the ascended masters, it's like the entire earth population, the earth race, the earth soul, all of the beings that are from this planet are much more sacred, much more beautiful than we see. So there's something to be said about birdsong, the beauty of animals, the beauty of nature, the beauty of the human spirit, the earth soul, and the earth soul. That, and we are all, yes, we are all human souls within, I think, the earth soul. So it's all like we are all connected. We are all connected. We are connected to the plants. We are connected to the animals, to every living thing, which everything on this earth is living. Even the chair you're sitting on still has life, still has energy. And so this is a reminder to lift up, the reminder of who you are, so that when you are dealing with the struggles of the make-believe world, you know that this isn't it. This isn't it. So what else? What else is happening within our society that we need to be aware of energetically to, I think, prepare to know how to manage our energy during this time? What would be helpful for us to know? I'm showing two buildings. They're showing two buildings that are dark. and they're on either side of each other, and they're both tall, like skyscrapers. Okay, so they're showing, all right, this is interesting. They're showing them crumbling. Okay, so it's almost like they're showing the Twin Towers. Yep, okay. So Twin Towers, I'm not sure why that relates now. Okay. There is a shock that's going to occur for many of us in the world, as is similar to what we experienced when the Twin Towers went down. I don't know if you remember where you were. I certainly remember. And I remember my mouth dropped. I remember we didn't know what was happening. I lived in San Francisco at the time and just felt like we didn't know. We thought there was another plane coming to do the same in San Francisco. We didn't even know about the one at the Pentagon. We didn't even know that there was a second plane coming in. I didn't know that one of my friends was one of the United employees on that plane that went into the World Tower. We didn't know anything. We were so shocked. And so something like that is coming present, it's present, coming soon. Okay. I always feel really uncomfortable sharing these types of things because it's quantum. We just don't know. Certain things can change, but it's almost like I've been shown so many of these same type of visions for the last few months that it's like I can't ignore it anymore, and I have to just share it because it's almost like this is a sign. This is a sign for us to know, okay, we're at this point and there is hope after this. So I mentioned very briefly, because they showed it very briefly, that there was going to be something occurring. And actually, this was in a special transmission that I shared that is no longer available on my site. It was just for a certain time frame. But there was a mention of some kind of explosion. I didn't know if it was metaphorical or if it was literal, some kind of explosion happening in the European region of the globe. And so seeing now them showing this type of shock that's going to happen for us, similar to the Twin Towers, this tells me, okay, we need to be aware. So it also tells me that it's not like nuclear, so don't worry. I don't even know if I'm going to release this video, to be quite honest with you. All right, so let's keep looking. I need to, when I see these things, it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of fear, and I can't see these things in fear. And so I just always think of Mary Magdalene, who had such fearlessness when it came to her visions. And if I could just have an ounce of that energy right now, to see in love, then that's what I want to be doing. Okay. All right. Thank you. Something in the water. Yeah, I keep showing water. Something underneath that's not part of the oceanic kingdom. It's not part of that. It's man-made. it's delivering some kind of destruction. It's moving fast. I know there's been so much happening with Ukraine and Russia. And so let's just find out, is this have anything to do? Yeah, I'm, mhm. Something's, okay. Wow. Something is occurring with Poland and Germany and Russia. Something is, yeah, Poland's been through it. And there's something about, I don't know if the Russians are going to start just forming around their border. Uh, but there's something about Germany being right there, being, I don't, it feels like Germany and Poland are together in this, but there's something occurring with those three countries, while almost like things are trying to be patted down in Ukraine. It's almost like trying to contain. Um, it's almost like all of the um, nations that are not that are assisting Ukraine financially or with ammunition or materials, food, all of that. They are trying to soften what is happening. They're trying to soften it, to dampen what is occurring, so that it's almost like they're there, go away, be careful. They're there, honey. It's just, that's the feeling. They're there, you're okay. It's like when you hold a baby and it's crying. You're going to be all right. They're there. But it's, while that, it's almost like containing, trying to contain something that's may blow up anyways, right? You've got this other percolating thing happening with Poland and Germany. And Russia. Oh man. They just show Big Bear almost like waking up, yawning. Now, the bear could be the people waking up to, we're done. We're so done with your shit. Excuse my French. We're so done with you. Because there are a lot of people, a lot of Russians that are very frustrated and upset with what is happening. Because now it's like it's affecting them, and they're realizing maybe that that this deception needs to stop. And yes, again, we're in the make-believe world, so there's deception freaking everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. They're there, be quiet, they're there. So it's almost like we're all being told to be quiet, they're there, and yet something's going to blow. So, and I just get the sense that it's like the baby wakes up. The children wake up. The people wake up. And also at the same time, there's other things occurring. This thing happening with Poland, Germany, and Russia. There's something there. There's other things occurring at the same time. So I'll share with you my explanation of time to help you kind of understand this. And I shared it within my Aligned and Prosperous group, and I feel like it's important to share it with everyone that watches this, if I decide to publish it. I haven't decided yet. So if we know that there are 4 dimensions to where we are currently. This is science, look it up. There's the 3D world, and then the 4th dimension is time. If we take out time, if we just pull that out of the equation, we're left with the 3 dimensions. And then what will happen is probably the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension, the 7th, 8th, all of the dimensions will collapse on top of each other. And it will be this thing where everything is happening all at once. So many times people ask me, when is this going to happen? When does this occur? Well, when spirit looks at us, they're not looking at time is removed. That dimension of time is removed from their reality, from the true reality. Time does not exist. And so we add time, this linear thing, to create past, present, and future, to create an understanding of what's occurring with us, to even though everything has happened already. That's why you have deja vu. That's why some people can see in the future. It's happened. It's already occurred. And all we're doing in time is like slowing down this moment. We're unwinding this string between our birth date and our death date. And so we can like experience it. But it's all happening at once. But right now, we're in linear time. And right now, what is occurring is close to what might look like a third world war. And it just feels like there will be a lot of rebuilding. And how do you want to rebuild? So when we go through transformation, when you go through your own personal transformation, I've gone through it many times, and sometimes the universe will just smack me upside the head. Oh, I really want to be doing this. Really? Okay, great. Now you need to find a new place to live. You're going to be moving, and now you have to find a job, and blah, blah, blah. All of these things happen all at once to where you feel like somebody just pulled the rug out from under you. And so this is kind of what's happening. We're like, we want a new world. We want a new world. We want to be better. Really? Okay, so let's slash and burn everything because it's not working. Really? Okay, let's make it happen. You've wanted this. You've wanted to have a better world. You want a world that is more unified, that is more heart-centered. Okay, so we're going to go through some crap. The universe is smacking it up. And so, yes, there's going to be war. Yes, there's going to be some shocking things that occur, and there already have been. And there's a lot of anger because it's like, how can they get away with it? How can this one person get away with so much trauma and that they've inflicted on so many people? How can they get away with it? It's kind of like, it's like they have their role, and it's to slash and burn everything so that we can rebuild better. That's the only way we can transform. And so this breaking down, this destruction, this slash and burn that's happening right now, it's going to continue. And then there will be a point where we can rebuild. So that's what's occurring. Plain and simple. And that's not scary. It's just the way it is. That's how we spiral up. That's how we grow. And this earth kind of needs that right now because there's not enough for us to just move to a place of love. There's too much anger. There's too much deception. There's too much everything occurring on this planet right now. It's just crashing and burning. So we need to allow that to happen so that we can be there to uplift. And we have to uplift. You have to pull yourself out of that. And don't be despaired by what is occurring because your work is coming. So yes, this is like the wait and see. We are watching everything fall apart. Everything. Economies, housing, health, everything. We're watching it all fall apart. And it's unsettling. But remember the bigger picture. You're there for after. You're there for rebuilding. You're there for uplifting. And I think this is the most difficult part for us. the most difficult part, whether it's a personal transformation that you're going through where you hit rock bottom and it's like, crap, I just don't know if I can be here. Well, the one good thing about hitting rock bottom, there's only one way out, and that's up. So we're here together and it only gets better. But right now, we just have to go through this and observe and watch and be there. Okay, wasn't expecting that message. And I will probably edit this down for time's sake. But again, thank you for being here, and I will see you next week.